Hathaway fires in wide. Still Middlebury's possession. Honchel has really had quite a night for Middlebury as CVU comes back the other way. Lalonde, the goalkeeper for Middlebury, to your right. Or Kami for CVU to your left. Parlow, number 10, who tied it for CVU. Parlow getting it back. And that shot goes in wide. CVU controlling. This is Mitchell. Palmer waiting. He's got 3 goals. Tried to send it. They had a man open at the post. Honchel has scored the last 4 Middlebury goals. Palmer has 3 goals for CVU. Scored the goal that tied it at 7. DeParlo scored the goal for CVU that tied it at 8, where we stand now. 9:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Lalonde, the goalkeeper for Middlebury. Near side, Ali Abdul Sader. Back out to Ritter. Ritter on the right wing. Side of the goal, and it's loose. Back toward the back line. Marker down, we'll see. It's going to go against Middlebury. Honchel's out, number 6. That's not the person that committed the foul, I don't believe. It's 30 seconds. It is Honchel, I think, come to think of it. He is off. Yeah, it is Honchel. He did come off. At first, I thought he was just coming off the field. Period, but it's a one-man advantage for CVU. 9:20 to go in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 8. McEwen is at the point, number 19. Palmer. Knocked away Lalonde, side of the net. Wernicke picked it up, number 9. CVU still controlling, McEwen out front. Trying to get it back to Schaefer. Scramble. And the ground ball picked up by Mitchell for CVU. That shot goes whistling in wide. It's going to be CVU's possession. It was about 10 yards out for Dylan Schaefer. CVU still with it. 8:32 to go in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 8. Boys Lacrosse Division I State Championship game at Castleton Sporting Stadium. That goes in wide. And it's going to be Middlebury's possession back the other way. Along the near side, Robinson. And it popped up into the air. Robinson tried to shoot it in from the left wing. So he virtually went coast to coast. Middlebury still with it. 7:50 to go in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 8. On quickly is Cone and number 20 for CVU. Middlebury controlling. And the nice save there on the short side by Murakami. Turnover and timeout. It's 8 apiece, 7:20 to go, fourth quarter. You're watching the VPA Boys Lacrosse Division I State Championship game from Castleton Sporting Stadium. And you're watching the NFHS Network.
William Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage and men and women are merely players. But Mr. Shakespeare never met Stephen Curry. Ni hao, the guy who was in the gym every dang day. Patron saint of the underdog, the league's most unguardable player. Bang, he knocks it down. So my apologies to Mr. Shakespeare, because onto the stage of mere players enters the babyface assassin. And he's about to write his own story. Fall back.
Tied at 8 with 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. CVU and Middlebury. CVU has scored 3 of the last 4 goals. Jackson Honchel has scored the last 4 goals for Middlebury. Matter of fact, CVU scored 5 of the last 7 goals in the game. And CVU's possession. DeParlo tied the game at 8, has it down the middle. Loose out near the center line. A battle for it. Ritter there and Mitchell. Mitchell picks it up for CVU. Bernicki is number 9. Bernicki in, and he scores. And CVU has taken a 9-8 lead. With 6:23 to go in the fourth quarter. And for Bernicki, that's his second goal of the game. He scored the goal that had put CVU up 2-1 back in the first quarter. Big draw here. They all are, of course. Bernicki on the goal. (9-8) CVU. CVU with possession. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bernicki in behind the goal. Malone made a nice save there. Kept it a 1-goal game. That went in wide as another bid for CVU. CVU's possession. That was Palmer that And the opportunity in close for the Redhawks. Parlo is number 10. We've number 17. Battle out near the center line and Middlebury controlling. Ball loose. Schaefer poked it ahead and CVU gets it back. Parlo has it popped up into the air. CVU looking to control. Goes toward the back line. CVU's possession. CVU. That was McEwen. Shot bounces high into the air that came in from Schaefer. Still CVU's possession. 4:25 to go in the fourth. It's 9-8 CVU. CVU still with it. Taking time off the clock. Coming down at 4:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Back in behind the goal. Bernicki. For Bernicki and Palmer for CVU. Palmer is number 3 and went right by him out of bounds. Middlebury's possession with 3:33 to go in the fourth quarter. CVU has a 9-8 lead. Along the active goalkeeper for the Tigers. And then up to Austin Robinson. Connor Quinn is number 15. Connor Quinn in behind the goal for Middlebury. Back out on the right wing. Hathaway skips it in wide. Maybe Murakami got a piece of that. 2:53 to go in the fourth quarter. CVU with a 9-8 lead. Middlebury with possession. And we got a timeout. Middlebury with a timeout. 2:49 to go in the fourth quarter. It's CVU 9, Middlebury 8. You're watching the VPA Division I Boys Lacrosse State Championship game from Castleton Spartan Stadium. You're watching the NFHS Network. Set to go here, 2:49 to go in the fourth quarter, and it is CVU with a 9-8 lead, the Division I state title game in boys lacrosse from Castleton Spartan Stadium. It is Middlebury's possession. CVU has the 9-8 lead. Honchel's got 4 goals for Middlebury. Matt Palmer's got the hat trick for CVU. And Middlebury with possession. Showing patience. Trailing by 1. Defense put up by CVU. Scramble for the loose ball, the ground ball, battle for. Ritter knocked down. Here comes a marker. And probably going against CVU. 2:19 to go, fourth quarter. Who's going off? It's Bernicki, I believe. Or not Bernicki, Talbert. For CVU. 30-second man advantage for Middlebury. Trailing 9-8. 2:16 to go in the fourth quarter. And the score for the left wing. Connor Quinn, I believe, ties it up at 9. Or was it Hathaway? It was either 25 or 15. Thought initially it was Connor Quinn. 2:12 to go with a man up. Yeah, it was Connor Quinn. Hathaway actually got the assist on it. Connor Quinn on the goal. And we're tied at 9, under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Connor Quinn's second goal of the game for Middlebury. Stops the streak of 4 straight goals by Honchel for Middlebury. He scored the last 4 Middlebury goals. And the score for CVU as they retake the lead at 10-9. And that was DeParlo on the goal. He tied the game at 8 for CVU and has put CVU up 10-9. DeParlo on the goal with 1:34 to go in regulation. So the Red Hawks take a 10-9 lead. Here come the Tigers back the other way and close. And they score to tie it. Oh my. At 10, and that happened in a hurry. That might have been Jackson Donahue. (10-10) with 1:21 to go in regulation. Jackson Donahue indeed did get the goal to tie it at 10. 1:10 to go in regulation. A scramble for it in CVU territory, and CVU comes out of there with it. With 1:05, a timeout CVU. And was Donahue on the goal. And that's Donahue's second goal of the game. We're tied at 10 with 1:05 to go in regulation after the timeout. CVU will have possession. You're watching the VPA Division I Boys Lacrosse State Title game from Castleton Spartan Stadium. You're watching the NFHS Network. We're tied up at 10 apiece in the VPA Boys Lacrosse Division I state title game at Castleton Sports Stadium. We've already seen a state championship game in Division II go to overtime. Will this one go to overtime? Tied at 10 with 1:05 left in regulation. CVU with possession. We're under a minute to go in regulation, and Bernicki is tied up as the markers come down. Bernicki going right to left, the sophomore attacker. 53.8 seconds to go in regulation. A holding call. It's going to go against Middlebury. CVU will be a man up. .30-second penalty on Justin Stone of Middlebury. 53.8 seconds to go in regulation. Matt Palmer. McEwen is out front. McEwen. 38 seconds to go. 15 on the man advantage for CVU. We're tied at 10. We're in the fourth quarter. Palmer. Bernicki. Schaefer. Palmer scores! With 20.2 seconds to go in regulation, and CVU has taken an 11-10 lead. With a man up, CVU scores. Palmer's fourth goal has put CVU up 11-10. And we got a timeout with 9.4 seconds left in regulation. And Palmer with 4 goals. What a player. Tigers call for the timeout. The junior attacker. Palmer scored the first goal of the game for CVU to put them up 1-0. He scored the goal that cut the Middlebury lead to 6-4 in the second quarter. His third goal tied the game at 7 in the third quarter, and this fourth goal by Palmer has put CVU up by a score of 11-10 with 9.4 seconds now left in regulation. CVU that far away. Middlebury's possession coming up after the timeout. CVU that far away from the three-peat. The number 6 seed, a team that has defeated number 1 seed Middlebury twice this year. So we'll see. They put, it's 11 seconds to go now. They put some time up on the clock. I guess they did. Middlebury has it right around the center line. Eight seconds to go. Middlebury in CVU territory. They got to let it fly here quickly. And a scramble, and CVU has the three-peat. Middlebury never could get a shot away. CVU has won it by a score of 11-10. 3 straight Division I state championships for the Redhawks of CVU. Matt Palmer scoring his 4th goal of the game with right around 20 seconds or so to go in regulation to give CVU the lead. And eventually the state title, the number 6 seed, has come all the way home to win the state title. CVU has won now as we look back. CVU, one of the dominating teams in lacrosse. Now it's 6 championship overall, and 3rd straight. CVU won in 2011. CVU has won 4 of the last 5 state championships in Division I, 3 in a row. Congratulations to CVU winning it by a score of 11-10. And we'll pause here. We'll have the post-game activities. So thanks everybody for joining us. I'm Jack Healy with Jordan Royer. You've been watching the VPA Division I Boys Lacrosse State title game from Castleton Spartan Stadium. CVU has won it 11-10 as they continue to celebrate it down below. You've been watching the NFHS network.
After both teams line up at their respective 40-yard lines. We would like to congratulate the players and coaches from both Literary and CVU for a well-played contest. The Vermont Principals Association would like to thank Castleton State College for hosting the lacrosse championship again this year. We appreciate the great job they have done to run a high-quality day of great games. Special thanks to Lori Phillips, Brendan Olson, and many volunteers from Castleton State and Fairhaven Union High School for all they have done in playing and hosting the championship. At this time, would the players and coaches from Middlebury Union High School come forward to accept your finalist medals? Congratulations for a great season. Also, they will accept the finalist medals and the finalist plaques. And now for the 2015 Division I champions from CVU. Players and coaches, please come forward for your championship medals. Also, the captains accepting the 2015 Division I Championship Trophy. Congratulations to both teams for a well-played championship game. We'd also like to take this opportunity to say congratulations to the seniors, upcoming graduations. We would also like to thank our scoreboard operator, Casey McGraw, on behalf of all of us. We